What's good, Plumborough? I'm Drew Bartow, alongside my co-host, Mike Devine.
What's going on?
And Justin Newman.
Yo.
And, of course, show producer, the one and only Big Cat.
I'm pretty sure we were supposed to record last night. What happened?
National Championship game. We aim to entertain and educate more than 3 Plum residents, so gather around and enjoy the sounds of Sour Plums. Welcome to the Sour Plums podcast, friends. I'm going to begin by announcing a special guest host this week. None other than Jimmy McBride. Wait, no, not Jimmy McBride. Ryan McBride, Jimmy's brother.
Much funnier?
Better
brother? Better or younger? So, Ryan, tell us just a little bit about yourself, real quick. What do you do for a living? I know we're going to talk about this later in the show, but what's your what do you do?
I produce a lot of comedy shows around the Pittsburgh area. I've started to branch regionally, but mostly still Pittsburgh area. And I also write for a website called OneBurgh.
Oh, you write for OneBurgh?
I do.
I did not know that. Very familiar with OneBurgh. Yeah. Very fun follow on Facebook if anybody's asking.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, welcome to the show, Ryan. We're glad to have you here.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
All right, guys. It's March Madness is over. I thought the first couple weekends were rough. Wasn't the best, but man, the Final Four was great. And Florida held on, came back last night and beat Houston, which meant our very own Newman won the Sour Plums podcast bracket challenge. However, because the rules stipulated, I don't think Newman knew this coming into tonight, the rules stipulated that the winner could not be a Sour Plums host. So,
bullshit.
Therefore, sorry about that, Newman. So therefore, thank Mike for that, by the way. Therefore,
it's the right thing to do.
It's because he knew he wasn't going to fucking win anyway.
Which is wild. Dave Colamarino, a Kiski friend of mine, is the grand prize winner, followed by his son, Luca Malaspina. And third place, who's going to get a $25 Salute Beer distributor gift card, is Dave's wife, Shannon. So that household is collecting all of the prize money and all of the gift cards. So beer is on them. So congratulations to the Colamarinos.
Did I see correctly though, that not one single person in the entire thing picked Houston? They like to even be in the finals?
I think you're right.
I did.
In the finals, but not to win it, right? Obviously, yeah.
My Final Four was 100% correct. God damn it.
But Newman, you're going to get a Salute Beer gift card, and you're also Pride, right? It was Pride.
Great. I looked at the standings. I think it was last week, and I was in 6th, and I was the only person to pick Florida. I was like, if Duke loses, I'm going to fucking win this thing.
And you did, which is March Madness is the hardest thing to win. It's so hard. It really is.
I've never won. I've never done that before. So to get the 4 Final Fours right and to win, I was like, great.
And then
I got
you went out on a limb and picked all number ones in the Final Four then, huh?
The one
I think this is the start, though, of how it's going to be going forward. I don't think it's going to deviate much from the number ones.
Mid-majors are now the feeder system for the high majors. And really, honestly, for the most part, 2 conferences, SEC and Big Ten, maybe a little bit of Big 12, but that's it.
It's going to be like the women's brackets of like the 90s. It's going to be.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think you're right.
That NIL money.
Yeah. All right, gents, what are we drinking tonight?
Well, I just told you all that I have the flu, so I am drinking strawberry kiwi emergency right now.
Sounds awful.
Are you banished to the basement?
Take a big chug of that. Chug it.
Pretty awful.
What about you, Big Cat? A little tea tonight? Tea time?
No tea. I have citrus twist. I really pronounce those teas, don't I? From Summit, caffeine free. So it's just me tonight.
Newman.
We're on a Southern Tier kick, so this is a Southern Tiered vodka transfusion. Grape, ginger ale, and lime.
All right. What about you, Ryan? You drinking anything tonight?
I am drinking a old frothing slosh from Pittsburgh Brewing Company. It was their Pittsburgh Christmas release, so I still have some left.
It's mid-April, so you better get to drinking that for Easter.
Have you ever watched one of Ryan's beer reviews?
No.
They're fantastic.
Beer reviews?
They are fantastic.
I got to follow this. Just your regular page, or do you have a page for this?
They were on OneBurgh for a while, but if you go on my TikTok page, which I can get to eventually because I don't really use it ever, they're all on there as well. But basically, the goal is you don't get any information that isn't already on the can, and that's how I review the beer.
Sounds fun. And I'm drinking a double hazy IPA tonight called Neon Turtles, and that's from Hop Farm. I don't think I've had this one on the show before, but who knows? I drink a lot of IPAs. Mike, is there a new sponsor?
There is a new sponsor. Our new sponsor, first episode tonight that we have them for, is Coyote Outdoor Living. Their webpage is coyoteoutdoor.com.
That's exciting.
Yeah, they are actually furnishing the cabinets and sink for my outdoor bar that we're putting in right now. So pretty excited to have them.
Excellent. So on that note, I will thank all of our sponsors, including our new sponsor. Thank you to Continental Comb, Tresco Concrete, the Jen Mascaro Real Estate Team, Lilulo's Pizzeria, Salute Beer Distributor, Busy Little Me, Pittsburgh Sports Complex and Self-Storage, Nesbitt's Lanes, and Coyote Outdoor Living. Continental Comb Barbershop, a traditional barbershop servicing the area since 1973. Up to date on all the new styles and cuts. Call 412-795-7555 and mention Sour Plums for $5 off any service.
Tresco Concrete, the best concrete products on the market. Ready-mix concrete delivered to your door, guaranteed to get hard or your money back. And as always, their concrete is all natural, no supplements, and always 100% Viagra-free.
The Jen Mascaro team proudly supports the Sour Plums podcast. When it comes to selling your home promptly and at peak value, look no further than the expertise of the Jen Mascaro team. With over a decade of industry experience, we guarantee to guide you seamlessly through the process. For personalized assistance, contact us at 412-607-6318 or email jen.mascaro@cbrealty.com.
Lilulo's Pizzeria, serving up quality food, good grace, and burnt pizza since 2016. Local and woman-owned, located at 415 Unity Center Road in Plum. Call 412-795-1229 and mention Sour Plums for 10% off your order of $10 or more. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
I was going to say, before we go on, I can't help but see this deep dish eating contest on Lilulo's Facebook every day. It's like two new people. I think it's really interesting. I hope it keeps going. I keep kind of mentioning it. I might try it. I might fail, but I might try it. And I mean, the proceeds go to them. And if I do get it, I would never finish it. It would be so disgusting. But like, people are coming up with new strategies. I think it's really neat. I think we should think about maybe all of us trying it.
No.
Oh, no, that's a big
for
cat
no.
thing. You can represent.
For fun.
You can
For
represent.
How about we
Not
go
a
cheer
sa-
you on? How about that?
Yes,
Not
we'll be
a
there
Sour
for you.
Plums event at Lilulo's. Okay, never mind. Never mind, guys. We won't have a Lilulo's and Sour Plums podcast live while I try to eat a whole pizza or anything. Never mind.
On that note,
That wouldn't bring up anything. So go on.
On that note, Mike, are you ready to join the program tonight?
Was that part of the show, or am I welcoming people back from our sponsors now?
Welcome back.
Please
just
leave
in
this
case.
shit in.
We'll leave it in, but welcome back.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Let's jump right into Plum Problems.
Steve told us to stop welcoming people back from segments.
No, he didn't. He said to stop with the hard intro.
Well, we're
I know.
We're making our intros even harder tonight.
All right, back to you, Mike.
All right. So my plum problem tonight is a work problem, and it is not the congratulatory email at work, but the reply all to congratulate them again. So when somebody gets some accolades at work, and they send a department-wide email out or even a company-wide email out, it's great. If you want to thank that person, send them an email, walk over to the desk, say congratulations, good job. But I don't need the same email from every Tom, Dick, and Harry that says the exact same thing 37 times in my inbox. All it does is clog my inbox up. I don't need to know that you think that you congratulated them. Just send it one-on-one.
Totally with you. It's same with happy birthday messages. Like, I don't need to reply all to happy birthday to somebody in the office. Like, I'll just, once I find out that it's their birthday, because I don't keep track of that shit, then I will privately message them and say happy birthday. But the people just continue to reply all to that. It's insane. I'm with you, Mike. It's like, come on.
Yeah.
We should know better than to do that.
But my favorite is, please stop replying all as they just replied all. Come on.
How do you guys feel about this? You guys get those where you work?
Oh, yeah. 100%. I fucking hate it.
All the time. I love it though. I get in there, I get involved, and just start. As soon as it starts to die, I reply all 2 days later. Just get going again.
I feel like you're not kidding.
So I'm like, hey, sorry, I was out last 2 days. Just wanted to say that was a really nice sale.
He really is the anti-Jimmy McBride.
I'm complete opposites. I want to work with Ryan.
So funny.
Anyone else have a plum problem tonight?
I do have a plum problem, but my plum problem is a plum positive problem. So I was introduced to this Assassins game that the high school kids play every year. I had no idea what it was until this year. But for those that don't know, Assassins, or Water Wars, if you want to call it, teams of juniors and seniors will team up, and they are given a target, and they have a week to get their target out. Now, there are rules. So your assassin, and you're assassins, so your targets are given to you randomly. There are rules. You can't do it on school property. You can't do it in a moving car. You can't do it in a running car. You can't do it at a church. You can't do it at a business like a Giant Eagle or Target or whatever. You can do it outside, and everything else is game on. So my son decided he was doing this year, and it was utter chaos in our house for the first 3 days because the targets are given out on Sunday. So Monday morning is when the shit hits the fan. So you've got kids getting up at 3:00 in the morning, going to their target's house. You've got kids stalked outside of your house. My kid called me every day when he's coming home. Can you check the camera, see if anybody's in the driveway? Can you make sure nobody's outside? I, at one point, had to get up every morning before I got in the shower. I put sweatpants and a hoodie on with his backpack and walked out to his car like I was the dummy target in case somebody was there. So he calls me in a panic. I think it was Monday night or Tuesday night, and screaming into the phone, "Why aren't you answering your phone? You want me to fucking die out here?" I was like, what are we talking about? He's yelling in Shanna's phone because my phone died. He's like, "They're outside the house. Why didn't you warn me?" And I was like, chill the fuck out. They're just with water guns. Relax. All you have to do is get in the house. So I was like, I don't know where they are. So I go into my bedroom and I look outside and I don't see anything, but I didn't turn the light on. So you didn't know that I was looking outside. And out of the corner, I see this white shoe just move out of the corner next to the shed at our neighbor's house. And I was like, we're really out here. So I open my window. I go, "I see you. You're not going to get the element of surprise." So I'm talking to this kid and he's not even acknowledging the fact that I'm talking to him. And then he just takes off in a dead sprint off to the property. But the utter chaos that this game is causing is hilarious. Like, to see kids running randomly through Plum and you didn't understand why, that's what's happening. So if you have random people in your yard, if you have kids outside with guns, no, that's what they're doing. They're playing Assassins. It's a fun game. It's a buy-in. I think every team pays $15 a person, and the winner takes all at the end of the tournament. So it's like a $900 pot or something like that. So
Wow.
And there's an app that keeps track of all this, right?
So when you get a target, there's I think it's an Instagram page, and you can actually go follow the Instagram page. I think it's PHAssassins_25, and you can see videos and pictures. You have to you take a picture with your target that you got your target out, and that's how you keep track. And it's the honor system. My boys got their target and he said, "No, you didn't get me." So there was no video evidence of it. So they kind of got ripped off on that one. So he was a little perturbed about that. But he ended up getting out because he was talking shit.
Wow.
So I appreciate the kids that are having fun with this game. I think it's a really cool idea. Gets people out, gets people moving, gets people having some fun. So shout out to the people that are doing this game.
Hell yeah. Justin, more importantly, which one of your phones died? Your iPhone or your BlackBerry or whatever you carry around?
Who the fuck carries a BlackBerry? What is this, 1998? The fuck?
So it was the BlackBerry. Okay. Big Cat, what do you got? Plum problem tonight?
I don't know. There's a lot going on. Every week I have a problem and I get fired up about it. And it's not even oh, I have something to talk about. It's oh, this is a legit problem I have. But I've forgotten. Maybe next time.
Aren't you the youngest of us all? Shouldn't you have that memory? Be okay with your memory?
But there's a lot going on. You know,
write yourself a note in your phone.
That's what I need to write it down, but I forgot.
Well, voice memo in your phone.
You know what? Maybe this is a problem. I've been pronouncing Chat GPT as a B this whole time.
That's a problem. Yeah, it's wrong.
The P is a B?
Yeah, by accident this whole time.
Does it work better than Chat GPT?
One excuse I'm going to use is I use the large icons on my iPhone 15 Plus Max, and you can't see it, but it doesn't say the name of the app. So I don't see the name. So once I'm in there, I'm not looking at Ask Chat GPT something. I'm just typing in there. I'm touching in there and typing. So I've never really seen it, but I've always talked about it. So that's the problem.
So how did you know that you were wrong?
Carly went to use it the other day, and she was like, "Alan, it's Chat GPT." And I was dumbfounded. I'm this whole time. And I've talked to people about it. I've talked to my dad about it. I've talked to my boss about it.
It's a very personal Plum problem. That's very personal to you. I don't know that anybody else does that.
I'm hoping my Pittsburgh accent has just covered it up and no one noticed.
There's definitely other people that do have this problem because a comedian that I follow has made a fake Chat GPT. And when people end up on his website, they'll be like, "Can you draw a picture of a guy dunking a basketball?" And he'll literally go into Microsoft Paint and like draw it, and like people will be like, oh, there was one where someone was like, I need it quickly. Quality is not important, and he's like, well, that's what we're known for here, like no quality.
That's funny as shit. Ryan, do you have a plum problem?
I'm gonna go with one topical based on this pizza thing. So about 2 weeks ago, I started following this YouTube account, and this guy's name was like Beard versus Food, and he goes around and does these like eating challenges. And then I found out he did the hot dog eating contest like a year or two ago, and he only ate 27 hot dogs. So I feel like I wasted 2 weeks of my life watching this guy that's like a scrub that didn't even get half of the hot dogs that Joey Chestnut ate. He claims it's because he can only eat one hot dog at once and he can't do two at a time. But I'm like, come on, man. You just ate a 90-pound turkey and you can't do more than 30 and me, I can't eat more than 4 hot dogs. So then I'm like, well, I'm a real big hypocrite. So I feel like that's kind of
But
where
you
I'm
didn't
at
challenge
right now.
anyone. Like you didn't make a big deal of it. So you're not really a hypocrite in that aspect.
Man, that's funny. Are you guys? So I have a plum problem. It's not a plum problem. It's more of a Pittsburgh recent story problem, but it applies to plum too, because plum people enjoy the Pirates, or at least watch them sometimes. Yeah, I don't know. Enjoy is not the word. You guys fall on this Clemente sign Surfside drama. I want to get your take on this, because honestly, I don't care. Frankly, Surfside is delicious, by the way. It's very, very good. They have a statue of Clemente outside of the stadium. I think that's honorable. That's kind of enough. And
Almost
then
21 feet high as well.
Yeah, I do. Right, so that's already there.
There's signs that say retire 21 throughout the stadium as well.
Yeah, and so my opinion, like Bob Nutting, I give a shit. Frankly, Roberto Clemente Jr. is a dipshit. Like I don't even like. His opinion on the matter doesn't matter. He soiled the entire name last fall.
Why?
And because he went on stage with a dipshit after they were trashing Puerto Ricans. He went on stage and said, "Hey, these people that are trashing Puerto Ricans, I'm going to vote for them." Fuck Roberto Clemente Jr. is what I'm saying.
Gotcha.
So that's my opinion on Roberto Clemente Jr. His dad would be ashamed of him. And so I'm like trying to like battle here. Who do I care? Who do I hate more, Bob Nutting or Roberto Clemente Jr.? I got to tell you, I don't like either of them. So I hope that part of the wall burns to the ground. I don't give a shit what happens to that wall. I'm just saying, I really just like this. Such a big, I think it's a non-story. Honestly, it should be a non-story. Bob Nutting doesn't have to call the Clemente family and let them know what he's going to do with his stadium. He doesn't have to do that. He doesn't owe them that. He's given them a lot, right? And so that's my take on it. I think it should be a non-story, and it's a way bigger story because people are bored. But I want to see your opinion on that.
What was there to be? Like, I don't. Was
just
it
had a number 21 and
circle with number 21 in the middle on the 20 on the 21-foot wall, right? Like on down the line.
I'm with you. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I didn't think it was a big deal either. I see where Surfside could be like, okay, now that's a story. Like, we don't want that ad space. Like, we want our can moved. But the funniest thing I saw take-wise was Mark Madden tweeted, "Does Roberto Clemente Jr. have a job other than being Roberto Clemente's son?" I thought that was hilarious.
I like that. And I think Surfside, from that perspective, by the way, I want to get them as a sponsor. Hey, if you can't get on the wall at PNC, you can be a sponsor for Sour Plum, Surfside, because frankly, you are delicious.
Shanna would be all aboard on that one. She loves Surfside.
Their iced tea and lemonades are they're dangerous. They are so good. You don't even taste the alcohol. They're so good. Enough about that, though. But I think if they do the right thing and come say, you know what, we're going to back off this, keep themselves in the news a little longer. They're getting all kinds of press from this, right? People are like, who the hell is Surfside? I'm going to check that out. They did the right, quote unquote, right thing in the eyes of some Yenzers. And now their sales are going to increase. I think if they do it right, if they handle this right, they'll win.
I think Jimmy McBride sent us in our group chat. It was a picture of the of the Surfside and just said Clemente under it, and I was like, "That's pretty fucking creative right there." I like that.
That's good. I'm convinced though, Newman, if Ryan had sent us something, it'd have been even funnier.
100%. It said the refreshing can of Roberto Clemente is what it said.
It was good.
It would have been funnier and 11 months younger.
Wait, you're Irish twins? I didn't know that.
We are. Yeah.
I did not.
Yeah. Our parents be banging.
Jesus.
I'm not even going to say that my sister and I are 11 months apart. Well, too late. Cut it out. All right. That was fun. That was a fun one. Newman.
Damn.
Andy.
Steve Lintelman wants to know, what's the latest Minority Report?
Minority Report. Minority of people don't know it. The majority of people should know it. So today's Minority Report we'll go with taking a long trip in the car, because I know people are going on spring break soon for vacations. So take a disposable mask, place it over the visor, take your phone out of the case, and put it behind the disposable mask. slip your phone into the case with the mask in front of it. You got a hands-free thing to watch your entire car ride. You're welcome. You look confused there, Andy.
Yeah, explain that to me again. I'm trying
So
to visualize it.
so
Slow
you
it down.
take-
I was trying to
for me.
visualize it.
You pull the
Yeah.
visor down. You put
Okay.
the mask over the visor, but you take
Like
your
a COVID mask?
like a disposable mask, like a
They
face
still
mask.
sell those?
Like a gator.
Everybody has those. So you take the
COVID's
mask.
not gone, Ryan.
It's not a real thing. So you take the mask and you put it over over the visor. Then you take your case and you put it behind the mask, but in front on top of the visor, but behind the mask. Then you clip your phone back into the case, so it's hanging off
Oh,
of
I
the
get it
visor,
now.
and now it's just in the case.
But what if
Huh.
I'm driving?
It doesn't
I
apply
think
to
that's
you.
the scenario he's describing.
Okay.
You just hold it.
That's what I'm thinking. Like,
I mean, if you're driving and you can pull that off, have at it. But I wouldn't recommend that.
I just
like
hold
it,
my
though.
phone to
Oh
watch
wait, this
Netflix.
is for the passenger. I'm like ready
I
to
mean,
do
in
this.
theory, do it too.
He did not.
You guys
specify.
watch
Ah, 75%.
You can also do it on a plane with the snack tray.
I'm
I think
never
that'd be a
getting
little
on a
harder for
plane.
that.
You probably could.
Do you
pull that
recommend
off.
having a few beers before you drink and drive and watch 3 of Entourage?
So it's funny you say that today because Penny's practices are closed for Bruins. So it's far enough away that if I drop her off and go home, I would have to just turn around and go back to pick her up. So I just sit there for an hour and a half or 2 hours actually and wait. So I got this little thing device off Amazon today. Plug it into your CarPlay and it turns your CarPlay screen on your TV on your car into a TV. So I sat there in my car in my truck today and watched Netflix for 2 hours on my truck today. It was awesome.
That's pretty solid.
Yeah.
I feel like thanks to Ryan, I need to say, everyone listening, Sour Plums does not condone drunk driving.
Only
Or-
Ryan does.
Only Ryan does, and we do not condone watching your cell phone
While
from
driving.
the visor while driving, also, or texting while driving, or anything else.
Please keep your eyes on the road and wear your seatbelts.
I say YOLO. If you got good insurance, let it go out.
We need a disclaimer.
Yeah,
We'll talk to our lawyers.
Don't listen to us. What are you listening to us for? If you need us to tell you not to go drink driving,
it should be
Drink,
Drink driving?
evident.
What
Drink,
driving?
drink.
it should be drink because you're
That
drinking
was a
while
perfect
driving.
ad right there.
Drink driving.
It's you get drunk, but you're drinking while you're driving. So
I think it's safe to say by episode, what is this, 29? I think it's safe to say that the community should not listen to advice from Sour Plums overall. I think that's probably safe. And then if you throw Ryan McBride into it, that's even worse.
They should.
yeah, I
definitely not
just don't
listen to us.
remember. I don't remember the point where we were like, before we read this masterpiece, like we are what we are. So if you need a disclaimer,
And what we are is beautiful.
you are who you are. ABCDBDDB.
So
ABC,
I-
Do you
DBD.
get the reference? Do you understand the reference there, Big Cat?
Code.
Do you know the
Yeah.
reference?
Do you know the
Yeah,
reference?
yeah.
What's
it
the
sounds
reference?
funny.
That's not the reference.
It's a band.
Well, they are abbreviations for like the original reference, but it's from a band who sang this. Best boy band ever.
Boys to Men.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Very
Uh,
good. Very good.
No, I don't see that.
Say I
one.
don't know music. But
I don't know
back,
Boys to Men.
Back on the drunk driving. I may or may not have a relative who, when he drives places, does grab a few beers, and we're like, maybe you shouldn't do that. He goes, no, it's okay. I just put them in a 7-Eleven cup, then you can't tell. We're like, no, that's not the point.
That's not the point.
You still shouldn't do it.
Sounds reasonable.
Hey, man, he's taking a roadie. Let him roll. It's called a roadie for a reason.
All right, Mike. Steve Lintelman wants to know, do you have a would you rather for us tonight?
I don't. There's no would you rather tonight. No, I lied. We do have a would you
It's like,
rather.
what the fuck? You just said it over.
I spiced
I was
it
like,
up a little.
plot
It's
twist.
a better intro for it now. All right,
We don't.
Would you rather always get stuck in traffic or always have horribly slow internet?
Can I start here, guys? I'd like to say that I want to ask for clarification, first of all. Always get stuck in traffic. What does that mean? Like, am I still going to get there? Can I, once I know this is happening, like Groundhog Day, I'm stuck every day. Can I plan ahead?
So I thought about this, and here's what I'll say. When I think traffic, that's like the highway. Like you're not going to be stuck on like Malabar in traffic, right? Like not in Plum.
Dude, that 4-way at New Texas and Salzburg, whew, you get stuck there
so
for
like,
a while.
You're stuck in traffic on the highway, like going into the
So
city.
like life stays the same.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Okay, so to me, then that's honestly an easy one because while I'm stuck in traffic, I'll still have
Fast internet.
and I'll be able to watch movies from my visor and to watch Ryan McBride rate beers TikTok and read OneBurgh Facebook posts. So I'll be good. For real though, I think honestly, imagine your life right now if with terribly slow internet all the time, right? That's a lot compared for
You're not
what
gonna
we're
listen
used
to
to
those
now.
sour plums.
No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. And that's a problem for everyone. At least more than 3 Plum residents. So I say I always get stuck in traffic, and I'll plan ahead. I'll know that's happening. Some people, that's life. Like Ryan said, some people, that's every day. Now, I would have a big adjustment because I've worked from home for the last 3 years. And even when I didn't work from home, I've always been like 5 or 10 minutes from where I work. So I've never had that issue. But I did have that issue going to the recent trial that I was on, that I was a jury member for. So I sat in traffic. Do I want to do that every day? No, but a slow internet, I mean, you might as well just put your phone and smash it. Like, what are you going to do with it? So, no, I'm sitting in traffic.
I'm right there with you. I don't even think I would hesitate to say slow internet. I get annoyed when I see that stupid wheel just spinning for 3 seconds. I'm like, what is the problem? We are so in tune now that everything has to be instantaneous. Like, I need it now. I need it now. I need it now. I can't wait. There's no way in hell I get more frustrated waiting for that stupid thing to load than I would sitting in a car in traffic, because I've got music. I'm good with it. I can sit there and listen to music and I'm good. But if I'm waiting or I'm trying to watch something and it's just like buffering, loading, I want to murder someone. I'm going with traffic.
Yeah, I'm also gonna pick traffic because I feel like fast internet is a solution to sitting in traffic. Like, you just sit there on your phone, mess around. Whereas not having traffic, not a solution to the slow internet. You can't just run your phone over with your car or whatever, and all of a sudden your internet works. I feel like the fast internet solves the traffic. Because, like, ultimately, if I'm just going to meet up with a buddy or something, I don't care if I'm late.
Oh, you're that guy.
My brother
They'll
invites
wait
me
for
over.
me.
I'll be late. It's fine.
Yeah, now I can tell you're Jimmy's brother, other than the name, the face, the voice, and everything else about you. But now I for sure know that you're Jimmy's brother.
They are Irish twins.
They do be banging.
They do be banging.
The episode of that's the name of the
There it
episode.
is.
Sorry, I started talking like I was on Jeopardy there. I started saying it backwards.
Are you going to answer the question, big guy? Or we just go to
Okay.
skirt it.
Skirt. I'm gonna go with slow internet as Drew spits out his beer. I don't need internet to play Red Dead Redemption 2, and if I'm not ever in traffic, I'm just getting to work or to wherever I'm going faster. That's nice. So I don't think it will affect my music that much to have slow internet. And I mean, how bad will it really affect your TV if your TV is only the thing that's connected to the internet?
It would
Think
affect
a
your
lot.
music and your TV.
We should test this with Big Cat.
Are we talking bits per second or latency here, by the way?
I imagine Mike came up with this, so I assume we're not talking latency.
I did not think we were going to be talking about that tonight. So that's my answer, Drew. Sorry.
Oh, no, you are.
It's like you're back. It's like you're back in the jury box all over again.
Judging. I am
Judging
for sure
me.
does it.
On Facebook, calling me out, which I don't mind because honestly, dying with an E looks weird. I won't die with an E. That's all I'm gonna say.
I did give you a grammar hammer. I did.
No, that's
I did.
fine. Yeah, you can. I'm just but it's a fine line between grammar hammer and then you start to get into grammar Nazi.
Oh, I'm certainly not.
Those
that.
are dangerous territories. So
Certainly
you're not that.
Okay,
You're not
thank
that.
you.
But
Thank you.
I just want to be careful because
I am not the Elon Musk of grammar.
Oh.
Anyway,
he
Mike,
saluted, not you.
I have not saluted anyone.
Unlike Salute Beer,
Salute Beer.
they are a sponsor.
That is not their logo, fortunately. We'd have to reconsider.
If I had to get somewhere quick and I knew I had to get there quick, I would find back routes to avoid the traffic. So I'm going to go with sit in traffic. Because could you imagine Pornhub with slow internet? That'd be awful.
You would go there.
You can watch Pornhub while you're in traffic.
Exactly. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So we're all agreeing except for Big Cat on this one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know, Big Cat. I think you're all alone on
I'm
island.
onto
This
something. I'm onto something.
Maybe
You guys are going to be in traffic longer, polluting the air more. I'm going to be at home playing Red Dead Redemption like I should be right now, but we had to record tonight because of a basketball game, whatever.
no resentment there.
Andy,
Yes, Newman.
do you have the first this or that of season 2 for us tonight?
I do, and it's just for Steve Lintelman.
Yes.
No. So this one is going to be the GOAT edition, meaning yesteryear versus today's greats in the 4 major sports. Now, we may disagree on the names I produce here. That's fine. Share it if you want. Share if you care. But these are mine just for the sake of this argument. We're going to start with the NFL. So it's this or that. You pick one. We'll go around really quickly with the name. And they pick the name. We'll go Justin, Ryan, Mike, Big Cat, and then me. And in that order, quick round, and then we'll talk about if somebody disagrees. We'll talk about it a little more in depth. So NFL GOAT, Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes?
I reluctantly will say Tom Brady with an asterisk.
I'm going to say, since Ben Roethlisberger wasn't a choice, I also will go Tom Brady.
We're saying our favorite or who is the GOAT?
Who is the GOAT?
Brady.
Tom Brady.
I'm going to say it's a clean sweep. I'm going to say Tom Brady as well, but I will say this. What's your asterisk?
I think when it's all said and done, Mahomes is going to pass him.
I think we're talking 10 years from now.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know if we need to get 10. 5 years from now, we might be talking about it. It's going to be close. Yeah. And I think I'll assess it based on the talent that they played with. I felt like Brady for some years there, even though he had Belichick, like he had some really bad receivers other than Randy Moss. I mean, he had some really bad short king receivers, and he made the most of it. I mean, he did. So,
yep.
All right. Clean sweep, but
I had hesitation because, like Justin said, has there been controversy around a Kansas City Super Bowl win? Every one of the Patriots Super Bowl win, maybe not every, but every 3, there was a controversy about something they were doing.
That's a really good point.
Tom was in on that as well.
In 7 or 8 years, if it's close, I think you'll give it to him if there's no Spygate, nothing like that, any kind of issue that Brady had around his Super Bowl rings. I think you're right. You're probably giving the tiebreaker to Patrick Mahomes if all things are close.
I'll say, though, in Brady's defense, Mahomes is going to need to win one without Andy Reid to match what Brady did going down to Tampa and winning one on his own.
Okay. I like that.
That's
good.
At least for me.
Yeah.
That would be something I would need to see.
He should go to Tampa to do it.
All right, guys.
Hey, if it's scripted, at least make it good, right?
Yeah.
How many does Mahomes have now, Alfie?
3.
There's a 4.
3.
3? Okay.
3.
So for me, I think Mahomes needs to win one more because he has had so much more talent around him than Brady did early in his career. He's going to need to win more than Brady did. It can't be even. It's going to have to be more.
I can't prove it, but I feel like Kansas City took a dive in this Super Bowl. I don't have a lot of proof.
Get the fuck out of here.
I don't have a lot of proof.
Fuck out of here.
I don't have a lot of proof.
Because there is none.
You have no proof.
And I'm not digging for it because I'm too busy with Red Dead Redemption 2. But I feel like they took a knee. Go
Did
back.
you just get Red Dead Redemption?
Go back and look. Go back and look at footage from when the Kansas City Chiefs were down in games before and the attitude of the bench compared to when they were down even early in the Super Bowl. Their bench was dead, like they were castrated. That's all I'm saying.
Because we beat the shit out of them.
Let's just move on.
Wow. That's for another episode.
Definitely.
Just an episode with Big Cat's conspiracies, for sure. That's going to happen this year, especially on
debate me on it.
I'll say this, Big Cat, I'm not going to debate you on it. I might. Debating a conspiracy theorist is a no-win situation. Oh, moving on.
Says
NBA.
A loser. Go ahead.
Last word to Big Cat. All right, NBA.
No, you're right.
Michael Jordan, LeBron James. I know we've discussed this. I don't know if we've pitted them against each other in this way before. Michael Jordan, LeBron James. Start with Newman.
I'm going to go against the grain. LeBron James.
I'm going to agree. I'm going to say LeBron.
Jordan.
I'm going to say Michael, not because that you say Michael, but he did what he did in a lot less time. LeBron is playing way longer than he ever did. That's all I'm saying.
I agree. And then from a scoring perspective, I'm going to say Michael Jordan as well. I think some of you guys have recency bias, and I have a bias of that's when I watched the NBA. So that's my bias. But I mean, he was scoring 35 points a game when they were scoring 82 per game as a team, and now they're scoring in the 110s, 120s, sometimes more.
He was also playing against plumbers and nobodies.
Plumbers.
I'm going to say that Michael Jordan is only undefeated in NBA Finals because he played in the same conference most of his career as Isaiah Thomas.
Really?
The guy smoked him in the playoffs for the beginning of his career. First 6 years, couldn't win the big one over the Pistons.
So did this question come after my text message I sent to everybody on Sunday?
I don't think he sent it to me.
Not to you, to everybody else.
Me either.
He said everybody.
I think I was a little inspired. Yeah.
Can I read part of it?
Yeah.
From what AI said. Years ago, Iverson called out what we all saw happening in real time. NBA media replaced Kobe with LeBron in the so-called GOAT debate. They wanted to do it for years, but they couldn't. Why? Because in the mid to late 2000s, Kobe was beating everybody in the finals that LeBron choked against. Then LeBron quit, partnered with ESPN, and ran to Wade Country for easier championships. That's when the switch up began. Suddenly, media, puppets like Nick Wright and Shannon Sharp became overnight LeBron superfans, ignoring Kobe, trolling Jordan, and pushing a fake narrative to secure the bag. Dan Le Batard once said, "There's a lot of money in being wrong."
Wait a second. Are you telling me that that's a quote from Allen Iverson.
Yeah.
I thought that was an actual quote from like you AI generated. You put a prompt into AI.
No, Allen Iverson.
I had no idea when I read that.
True.
When I read that,
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about AI. Well, that's all we talk about anymore is AI.
He didn't say Chat GPT.
Or
Chat GPT or Chat
Chat
BLT.
BD.
Shit, I don't know. I'm a Jordan lifer, man. That's it. So you're gonna be hard pressed to find somebody better than him, in my opinion. But again, it's comparing generations in different time. It's hard, very difficult.
They're
Very
two
difficult.
different players. So when it comes down to it, completely different
Yeah.
players.
For sure.
What did LeBron go to? Like 10 finals in a row or something like that?
Yes, he was 6-4 in the finals.
Literally, or 4 and 6. But
I'm sorry, 4 and 6. Yes,
But still,
Yeah.
a decade in a row, he played every single game that was available.
and look at the people that he went to the finals with, like the first couple times.
Yeah.
Did
Plumbers.
you see?
His teammate was Plumbers.
Did you see Jordan's teammate other than Pippen? I mean, did you see his centers? I mean, he
One
dribbled-
of
One of his teammates went on to be
Ilgauskas.
a pretty good coach, so obviously a pretty smart player, Steve Kerr.
Yeah, but he was just a
3-point
specialist.
shooting specialist.
All right, I'm done with this one, guys. I can't even take.
3-point shooting
I can't-
specialist. That's your
Michael Jordan
argument.
hate just kills me. Michael Jordan hate kills me.
I don't hate him.
I don't hate
just
Michael
think-
Jordan. I would
I
just
just
take
think there's
LeBron
something
over
to
him.
be commended for LeBron's longevity. People use it against him. We've never seen an athlete dominate for 23 years or whatever this has been.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
His grandkid's going to be playing in the league, and he's still going to be dunking the ball.
Mhm.
Oh, his son should probably get there first. That was a backhand.
Somebody's bitter.
I will
Brawny.
say that Jordan didn't force his kid on us like LeBron had.
That's true. He said, "Fuck them kids."
He just forced his kid on Pippen's wife.
Respect. Mike. All right, NHL. I know you guys are huge hockey fans here, especially Newman. Wayne Gretzky or Alex Ovechkin?
I'm going to take the great one on this one because while Ovechkin just took over the goals, no human being alive will ever touch his points record. It's never going to happen. That is one of those untouchable records that is never going to go away.
So I'm not as high on either of these players as either of them. I'll say Ovechkin's the best goal scorer of all time, but I would put Gretzky as a better player than Ovechkin.
I can't stand Gretzky. I'm going Ovechkin.
I'll go Wayne Gretzky.
I'd go Gretzky too, but I got to tell you guys and I'm going off script here. You look at points per game, and when you look at that, that's Lemieux all day long. His career was just short, but he averaged, almost like 0.2 of a point more than even Gretzky and Ovechkin did per game. And if it wouldn't have cut short with cancer, Hodgkin's and stuff, and then had back issues, I believe, I think we'd be talking about him with these numbers. So that's my 2 cents, but I would still go Gretzky over Ovechkin. Ovechkin's weird to me. Like, Ovechkin's been so dominant, but I don't know if it's just like the fact that he's like an ugly ogre. Like, I don't know. He just never got that kind of love that even Crosby gets. Meanwhile, he's scoring at will in a game that's not easy to score at.
If Ovechkin came in at the time Crosby wasn't in the league, he would have been the face of the NHL.
Yeah, that's it. An ugly face, but it's a face.
Yeah.
It's a face
He would have
nonetheless. Sorry.
Yeah, I'd take Crosby over Ovechkin as well.
As a player, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
not as a goal scorer, but as I
As
said,
a person.
we're going just goal scoring. I'd take Ovechkin, overall player, Gretzky, but Crosby I would take ahead of Ovechkin as well.
And for this argument, I was really matching those two because of they scored the same amount of goals in the same amount of games. It was pretty crazy, yeah, how they did that. So
I'd take any Canadian over any Russian any day of the week.
Crosby just broke one of Gretzky's records too, right? 20
Points
Yes.
per game seasons,
Yeah.
consecutive.
Nice.
All right, guys, last one real quick here. MLB, Bonds or Ohtani?
Shohei.
I think Barry Bonds is the best player to ever pick up a bat, so I'm going to go Bonds.
Bonds.
Bonds was the greatest player to ever stuff his head into a undersized helmet, other than Frank Thomas. Go ahead.
I will say Barry Bonds was the most feared hitter, I believe. But if, let's say, for the next decade, Ohtani does what he does and he's pitching and he keeps the numbers hitting around 300, bopping home runs. If he does that consistently for the next decade, he is going to be number one by a large margin because what he brings to the game from the pitching mound is going to be completely different than anybody else has. So Bonds right now, but it's almost like the Mahomes-Brady thing. Bonds right now, Ohtani in 8 or 10 years. If it keeps up, he doesn't get hurt.
You took the
I
words
will
out of
say
my
I
mouth.
love that baseball, if you're like one of the all-time GOATs, you're involved in some sort of huge controversy.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
America's pastime, controversy. All right, guys. That was fun. Always like that. I think a few more drinks, we'd have more fun with those those debates. I'm going to thank the sponsors again. Thank you to Continental Cone, Tresco Concrete, the Jen Mascara Real Estate Team, Lulu's Pizzeria, Salute Beer Distributor, Busy Little Me, Pittsburgh Sports Complex and Self-Storage, Nesbitt's Lanes, and Coyote Outdoor. At Salute Beer Distributor, we are bringing you a large selection of beers from local and national breweries. Our extensive inventory includes craft beers, seasonal specialties, your everyday favorites, adult slushies, and an impressive inventory of non-alcoholic beers. Salute's inventory has something special for every palate. Come browse the aisles at Salute Beer Distributor, located on Route 286 in Plum, next to Shop and Save. You'll be glad you did.
Busy Little Me's is a residential cleaning company serving Plum and local communities. Housekeeping duties include house cleaning, disposing of rubbish, sanitizing services, dusting, vacuuming, mopping, scrubbing, etc., etc. We do custom-to-you cleans once a month, once a week, or every 9 minutes. We got you, sis. We've also been known to do decluttering and pre-clean cleans. That's a real thing. We can also polish a dirty face, scrub a doggo's filthy paws, or even spit shine your shoe. Laundry? Need linens washed? Done. How about your husband's gutchies? No prob. That ugly camisole your mother-in-law gave you? What was that? Just throw it away? Your secrets are safe with us. BusyLittleMe's.squarespace.com.
Whether chaos in your house or chaos on the court, Pittsburgh Sports Complex and Self-Storage has your back. Conveniently located in Plum at 307 Coxcomb Hill Road. Book online anytime. Don't miss out. Score 50% off your first storage rental with code GOAL.
Nesbitt's Lanes Incorporated. Lanes available for the 24-25 season. Family Bowling Center specializing in open bowling, league bowling, bumper bowling, birthday parties, group events, fundraisers, all-night bowling parties, summer leagues, Sunday morning specials, in-house tournaments, junior bowling program, after-school bowling program. They can be reached at 412-793-5556. Web address is www.nesbittlanes.com. And when you book and mention the podcast for your child's birthday by the end of the year, the birthday child is free.
It's grilling season, and Coyote Outdoor Living has you covered. Upgrade your barbecue game with a new grill from Coyote Outdoor. Choose from their vast lineup of gas, charcoal, electric, and pellet grill options. They also carry a wide variety of stainless steel storage and refrigeration solutions to complete your dream outdoor kitchen. Go to coyoteoutdoor.com and get ready to grill, baby. Grill in style.
Coyote Ugly. Remember that movie?
Shannon loved that movie.
Women love that movie. Teenage women love that movie. Teenage women?
I went to see Coyote Ugly with like 4 of my guy friends, and we all sat like separated from each other because we were at that age, like can't sit right next to each other in the movie theater.
Teens are dorks.
Yeah.
This was last week for you, though.
You guys sat right next to your friends in the movie theaters, like
Yeah.
leg to leg.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't have enough money for popcorn, so that was the only way I was eating in there.
Did you play Monster in the Popcorn too while you were there?
Oh.
So you guys weren't scared that strangers were going to walk in and think the 4 of you were gay because you were all sitting right next to each other? You guys weren't those kind of teens?
No.
All right, never mind.
Unless you were playing Monster in the Popcorn, then that's a different story.
I guess you guys were standing right next to each other in the urinals too, huh?
Yeah.
You don't spread out.
No.
What do you guys like? I feel like you guys are playing tricks on me here.
There's dividers at movie theaters.
Let me turn my brightness up. Never mind, guys. You don't live the life I lived, okay? Just go back. Just go back to the script.
All right. Welcome back, Steve, and our other listeners. We are ready for blind rankings. We have blind rankings as always. Mike is going to give us a category, and within that category, he's going to give us 5 things inside of it, and we're going to rank them blindly 1 through 5. 1 being the best, 5 being the worst, and the 5th one Mike says is usually the worst. So we're going to try to keep that in mind. Mike, take it away.
He's going to give us 4 good ones and a shitty one.
5 good ones tonight.
I doubt it.
All right. Tonight is potato chip flavors.
Okay, interesting. That's an interesting one.
All right. We'll go Justin, Ryan, Big Cat, and Drew. All right. Plain old potato chips, just regular.
Say 3 as well.
I'm gonna put plain at 5.
I'm going to put plain at 4. I don't love them. I don't crave them, but I got to believe there's going to be one worse than this that I really just don't like. So 4.
All right. Sour cream and onion.
Just because I don't trust you, it's going in number 1.
5. Hate it.
4.
Ooh, sour cream and onion. I got to go 2. I love a good sour cream and onion chip.
Barbecue.
4.
I'm going to say 2, but I'm worried that it's going to be 1, but I'm going to say 2.
3.
I'm putting it at 3, and the reason I like a good barbecue chip, they across brands, they differ so much on flavor that it's really hard to put that at 1. A really good barbecue chip, I could put that at 1. I'm just putting an average out there. It's a 3 because, man, they're not consistent at all.
Honey barbecue.
Yeah.
Game changer.
Did you ever have Sweet and Sassy from Snyder's? Holy shit, guys. Game changer. Go to
A lot of
Sheets.
game changers in the chip world.
A lot of game changers.
It's an easy game to change.
If
Plain.
you thought you knew chips, wait,
Sour cream and
real.
onions.
Ryan, if I see an article on OneBurgh about sweet and sassy chips, I'm going to tell you right now, I better get credit.
Salt and vinegar.
5.
1, baby. Game changer.
I was trying to go right down the list.
Yeah, ruining the game.
I was trying to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, but I got to put salt and vinegar at 1.
Ugh.
I'm putting salt and vinegar at 1 too because not as much variation from brand to brand there. Salt and vinegar chips are pretty consistent, and
Consistently bad.
I like them. I do. So I'm okay with that.
Here comes the shitty one.
Now, so these have different names. The most notable one that I know of them, they're called crab chips, but they're like Old Bay.
Ooh, Old Bay chips. Yeah, I'm happy at number 2 on that one.
That's a perfect list. 4.
I don't like Old Bay. It's a 2. That's my only option.
Yeah, I don't like Old Bay either. I like my new Bay.
Good God, just turn your mic off now. Jesus Christ. You're on verbal timeout for 5 minutes.
I'm done. I have to put it at 5. Old Bay's going at 5. Old Bay's going at 500 if you want it to be true.
Damn.
That was funny.
Yeah.
Way to redeem yourself.
I'm back. I'm back, boys.
This might have been your best one in a really long time, Michael. Well done.
That was good, Mike. That was really good. Now, will you give us your list? I'd like to hear what you...
So the Old Bay, the crab chips, they are, I never even knew about them until like 5 years ago, and they are far and away my favorite now. Salt and vinegar, classic. I love salt and vinegar. Sour cream and onion. They were the first chip like flavor I discovered outside of plain chips when I was a kid. So they're then regular chips don't really do it for me, but you know, if they're there, I'll eat them. And I despise barbecue chips. I hate them.
Wow. Hate is strong.
They're always too tangy. They're always too like strong. Like I'm glad they're flavorful, but it like hurts my throat.
I just think it's kind of crazy that you hate barbecue chips considering your guy's background is the Snyder's barbecue chips bag. You ever seen the bag of Snyder's barbecue chips? Has little bricks on it. Literally what's in the background.
It does.
It's literally all these backgrounds.
Snyder's barbecue is great, but sometimes they're too salty. They're great.
Wait,
though.
are we talking Snyder of Berlin or Snyder of Hanover? If
Berlin?
you're talking about Hanover,
Berlin.
Get the fuck out of here.
Berlin for sure.
If you're talking about Hanover, get the fuck out.
Berlin. And hey, that's who makes Sweet and Sassy, that game-changing chip that you just have to crave. And they didn't
Full
pay me
circle.
for that ad read, but
Full
that's how I
circle.
would say it. Yeah.
That's called synergy, gentlemen.
I haven't had a top 5 where I am happy with all 5 in a really long time.
That was a cool category, too. I like that a lot, Mike.
Now
Yeah,
I
it was
want
good.
chips.
Me too.
And you didn't say anything too crazy. Old Bay's getting out there, but nothing crazy. Nothing crazy.
Plain's
thought it was
not really a flavor.
He didn't come up with like voodoo bullshit.
Voodoo
you know,
chips are fire though.
No
they're
Doritos
good,
though.
but
What's,
know,
what's the Canadian one? Everything.
All dressed or
everything.
whatever.
What's it called?
I think it's all dressed is the Canadian thing.
All
Yeah,
dressed
something like
up.
that. Something
Yeah.
Have
like
you ever had
that.
their ketchup? Have you ever had the Lay's ketchup chips from Canada? Ketchup
Yeah,
flavored.
I've had
They're-
those. Yeah,
They're actually not bad.
they're not bad. Yeah,
Not bad. All right, Mike. Do we have a top 5 tonight? I'm just asking for Steve.
We do. We do.
Okay, good.
So when I looked this category up, I think you're gonna get 4 of the 5. I don't think you're gonna get the 5th one. I got 3 right off the bat, like that. I knew I was gonna.
Well,
gonna
you
know.
were reading the list, so it helped.
No,
And you
but
only got 3 while reading the list. We're in trouble. We're fucked.
That's
Oh my god.
fucking hilarious. All right, tonight's category is the most watched series finales.
Okay.
So Ryan, I don't know if you know, you are the spokesperson. You guys can.
so do I guess right now?
Well,
No.
no, you guys
Whoa.
Let's say
can
all
talk.
5 in order
Whoa.
right now, or we kick you off the show.
So you
All
get
right,
you get 3 strikes.
all right.
The 4 of you can talk amongst yourselves.
Most watched TV
Tier-
series
series
finales.
finale.
Well,
TV
I mean,
series.
I know
Friends. Friends.
one. The one has got to be MASH. It's
That was
always
big.
every time they show the Super Bowls, they always show the
Yeah.
Super Bowl was almost watched as much as MASH.
MASH.
I don't even know what it is. I don't
Yeah.
never watched an episode.
But that's when everybody could only watch 3 TV stations, so
That
they
was it. That
all
was
were
their only
watching the
choice.
one show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Local news, lottery, then MASH.
Say it, Ryan.
So what? Do I just do we have to guess them all now or what?
No, you
No,
just
say
guess
one,
one at a
say-
time.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm gonna guess MASH.
all at once.
Number 1, MASH, 1983.
Bam. Good job,
105.9 million.
Woo!
Good
Wow.
That
shit.
Ryan McBride's so hot right now.
All right, get here.
Number 2.
Drew
Friends,
thought
right?
Friends.
So Drew said Friends.
Drew's a Friends fan.
I'm not a Friends fan, but I just
He
know
sees himself more of a Joey than a Chandler.
more of a Ross, actually. Little fucking...
We'll go with Friends.
Final answer?
Does it have to be in order?
No.
Yeah.
Then yeah, we'll put Friends is probably on there.
Friends, 2004, 52.4 million, number 5.
Woo! Wasn't as high
Ooh.
as I thought. Shit, guys, but I'm good.
Oh,
I'm
close.
How
I will
about
tell
I
you,
feel like they're all gonna be
Friends-
old shows.
This is the most recent show on the list
I
of
know
the
it.
entire of the.
It's got to be like Cheers or
10.
something next.
Cheers was great. Cheers.
Cheers.
was great. I love Cheers.
I'm good with it.
We're gonna go with Cheers.
1993.
Yes, sir.
Now we gotta get 4.
All right, so if Friends is the newest one, so we're talking 90s.
Seinfeld's older than Friends.
It's the same time, isn't it?
I feel like I can't. How is Seinfeld not on this list? But he said
Fine.
Friends is the most recent.
Seinfeld
Friends
was
started
a,
after it, though.
Seinfeld was a
Oh,
love-hate thing, though, where and still was watched by a lot of people.
I think people hated the episode, but I feel like a lot of people
Yeah.
watched it.
yeah, I feel like a lot of people watched it, but
but it's in the same time zone as Friends,
maybe we wait.
right?
Maybe we wait.
But it
until
could have
we
been
no
done
other
before
option.
Friends because
It definitely ended before
It
Friends.
ended before Friends.
So then, because
Say it.
Friends has been.
You have
okay.
3 strikes.
Okay,
Say
go
it.
ahead.
Okay,
we're
I
gonna
understand
throw
that.
Seinfeld out there.
1998, Seinfeld, number 4.
Nice.
Wow.
Good
We
job.
just need
Okay.
3.
With 76.3 million.
All right, so it's got to be between 80. So Cheers, Cosby Show.
For some reason, the Bob Newhart show popped out to me. Was that a very popular show with a good? I remember the ending. Remember the ending was like he woke up and it was I don't know. Never mind. It just popped into my head.
Yeah, I don't.
I was
What's
thinking like Married with Children.
Or what's the Bunker
No.
Show? What was the Bunker Show?
All
Oh
in the
yeah,
Family.
Archie Bunker.
All in the Family.
All in the
That
Family.
Wait, what's the one with the Fonz? That's probably
Happy Days.
Happy Days.
Happy Days.
Good answer.
Happy
Say it,
Days.
Ryan.
Happy
3.
Days.
Let's Family Feud that one. Good answer. Good answer. Good
Good
answer.
answer. Good answer.
Yeah.
Good answer. We should. We should go on Family Feud. What's up, Steve Harvey?
Strike 1, Happy Days. Not even in the top 10.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah,
I like
who
that
said
answer,
Happy
though.
Days?
Terrible
For real.
answer.
I didn't
Terrible
have
answer.
I didn't have a chance to really.
That show
to
always
reject
kind
that
of
one.
jumped the shark for me, anyways. You know what I mean?
Come on. And he did it, folks.
Are we talking?
Most people don't know that that's what that's from.
Yeah.
Justin, what were the
Minority
black
Report.
people watching? Give us that.
Whoa.
Well, the Cosby Show. The
He
black people
said the
watching.
Cosby Show.
Different Strokes.
Definitely
The
not Different
Jeffersons.
Strokes.
The Jeffersons.
Fresh Prince
No.
of Bel Air.
Fresh Prince.
I love the Fresh Prince, but
I
I don't
love
think
that.
it was
No?
as popular as our
I used to do the
generation.
neck roll.
I don't know the
You
fresh.
guys never know what I'm
Out of-
talking about.
Out of. So if we're doing pre 2004, so from the. Is
What
it
are
the 80s? Wait, what year did you say MASH was? 1983?
Yeah.
Was that the
83.
oldest?
No.
Okay.
Oh, so it's older.
So
Was
then
Dallas? What about Dallas?
Dallas
Well,
would have
that
been
could
mid
be.
80s though. So,
Would have been.
Yeah.
Okay.
although it's not necessarily okay. So yeah, so it's pre 1983 because MASH is 1983, which is Seinfeld. Yeah, it has to be something before
83.
83. So it's got to be in the 70s. So big shows in the 70s would have been All in the Family would have been one of them. Come on, Mike, you were a teenager then. Give us some hints.
The last one, there
He's
was
too
a movie,
sick today.
a movie named after. I think the movie was kind of after the TV show. It's from the 60s.
Shit.
Shaft?
This is the hard.
That was
this is the one I.
Wait, is it that Stubby? What was that?
The
just came out?
Beverly
'Cause that was-
Hillbillies.
No, Ryan.
There
What are
was
you
a
trying to say?
movie.
What was
How many strikes do we have?
stunt driver or not driver?
Dukes of Hazzard?
No, it just came out
$6
last
million
year.
Man.
I want to say it was just
What's the
Stuntman
question?
or something like that. Crap, I can't even remember who the actor was. I watched it.
This was in the 60s, you said, Mike? Or
The series finale was 67.
When did the movie come? Was the movie a remake or was the movie based on the show?
No, the movie was probably in the 90s. I don't know if it was based on the show. I think
What was
it
the
was.
plot of the movie?
Beverly Hillbillies was a
I
really
mean-
was a movie in the 90s and also a series in probably
Yeah.
the 60s.
But did it have the most watched?
Leave It to Beaver.
There was no movie there.
No, Leave It to Beaver movie.
Den-
There
Den-
should be.
Dennis the Menace?
Leave It to
I've
Beaver.
seen
Dennis the
several
Menace? Lassie?
movies. I've seen some spin-offs.
Dennis
Beverly
the
Hillbillies.
Menace.
That
Was Dennis the
watched-
Menace a show?
It was.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I can't see that.
I thought it was
being-
just a comic strip.
No,
It was a
show.
black and white TV show.
Yeah.
Guys, I don't watch black and white TV.
Gilligan's Island, maybe?
No,
Kill
wasn't a
me.
It was a
movie.
movie.
They had a movie.
No, Lost.
We have one strike. I'd say Beverly Hillbillies. That's my guess.
Okay.
And then he signs off his camera to really lock that in there.
He mic dropped. He's gone.
Where'd he go?
He's back like the T-1000.
It's fine.
Drew got
Do we
replaced
wanna,
by aliens right there.
Do we want to lock in Beverly Hillbillies?
Drew, you were gone for an hour.
Try
Are you
it.
okay?
Sure.
I'm okay.
All right, we're going to try Beverly Hillbillies.
Strike 2, Beverly Hillbillies. It's not even on the top 10. All right, I'll give
You
you
said
one more
Beverly
hint. It's going
Hillbillies.
to give it away. For the movie, think Harrison Ford.
Fugitive.
That was a
That's
show.
actually. It's not a terrible guess, actually.
That's a horrible guess. It wasn't a show, was it?
Star
Might have
Wars.
been.
Marshalls.
Indiana Jones.
Ford in the
What show?
90s.
What the hell else? Harrison
I think
Ford?
I named all of his movies now.
Air Force One.
Yeah. What did you say first, Ryan?
The Fugitive.
The Fugitive
That
definitely
could have been a
wasn't it.
show. I have no idea.
What if Harrison Ford is a ruse and it was just a TV show about a Ford truck that maybe wasn't as loved as it needed to be?
Listen, Ryan, I've known your brother a lot longer, and he's never made me laugh this much.
Good thing he doesn't get paid for comedy.
Oh man, I really don't know, guys. I don't know.
Harrison Ford in a
Boy, I
show
can't
in the
think of his movies now.
60s.
What was okay? So he was in Star Wars, Indiana Jones, The Fugitive, Air Force One. I can't name any other of his movies.
In the 90s, though. I would just go with The Fugitive. I don't think we're going to get it.
I don't think so either.
The Fugitive.
Number 3, The Fugitive.
You're welcome.
Whoa, we did it. We did it.
You're
We did
welcome.
it.
I
What was the
jokingly
show?
said The Fugitive.
It was
Nice
the show.
job.
It
Who
was
knew
the
it was a
sick.
TV show?
Never heard of it. Not real. You
I
made
heard
it
of
up.
the
I
movie.
don't know the
but-
show either.
That's awesome.
You never heard of the movie?
No, the movie I did.
Yeah, the
That's why I
movie,
give the hint.
Yeah.
No, Big
The show.
Cat.
I've heard of the movie. The
Oh,
TV
okay.
show. I still haven't heard of the TV show. Like I have no
Yeah, I didn't know the
recollection.
show.
That's because
No.
we were negative 30 when that show
Well,
came
I
out.
know, but
except
if it
for
was
Mike.
so good, why haven't I seen about it?
I don't know. That's Mike. He watched it when he was a teenager.
Never heard of
Mike,
Go fuck yourself.
damn, bro.
Yeah, Mike, what was the show?
He said
like?
that right to your face. Yeah, what was it about? Can you tell us some context? Who was in it?
Clearly it was about a
Marlon
fugitive.
Brando.
I have no
Like, come
idea.
on.
it.
Clint
no
Eastwood was
research
probably
done.
in it in his
All right, guys.
late.
Who's supposed to be doing research for the show? Anyways,
Leave Mike alone. Well, a producer, I would think, for one.
no, I don't think so.
No, I think
No, I
that's,
don't think
that's
so.
literally producer's job.
No,
The producer is
no,
there to
I don't know.
feed us stuff when we're wrong, research it when we're saying
You guys kind of
bogus
script
claims.
the content. No, I'm not. No, I'm not a.
That's how it goes. I mean, that's what I'm just saying.
What
All
were
right.
the rest of the top 10, just out of curiosity?
Yeah.
Number
He
6
doesn't know.
was
He didn't
Magnum
look.
PI at 50.7
I was
from
thinking that earlier.
1988. 1992 was The Cosby Show, 44.4 million. No, number 8, 1979, All in the Family,
All in the Family.
40.2.
Give me the year.
1989. I just did.
No, I was saying, give me the year. I was trying to guess what you said
Oh,
the shit
nine-
before you said the show.
1989.
Wouldn't be the Cosby Show.
Michael J. Fox.
Family Ties.
Family Ties, 36.3. And then 1999.
Seinfeld.
No,
That was already there.
That was already there.
I was joking.
Oh,
Home Improvement.
Home Improvement.
Wow. Okay. All right, Mike. You have any voicemails tonight?
We have one.
Huh. Ryan, you want to read this one?
Well, I have to read it?
People Plum, it's me, Jim McBride. Welcome back to Jimmy's Inside Scoop. Usually I got a question for someone on the panel, but today I just want my brother Ryan to tell the story of how he got detention in swim class and the money he won for doing it. Thank you. That is all. See you out there. Bye.
Is this an inside scoop?
Well, first of all, I'd like to clarify that I got 2 detentions for the same incident, which I still maintain is bullshit. You should not be able to get more than 1 penalty for one.
Double jeopardy.
Yeah, I still feel like I was wrongly put in a situation there. But back in swim class, at the end, everyone would just kind of line upstairs above the pole, like to leave so that you could get to your next class. And he was just sitting there below. And I took my wet swim trunks and I was like, I'll drop them on his head if everybody gives me $1. And only 7 people gave me $1. But then someone gave me a quarter, I got $7 and just dropped my wet swim trunks right on his head. And he was so angry. Like he didn't say a word for like 4 minutes. He just paced back and forth because I think he was legitimately thinking about punching me. And yeah, I got 2 detentions. I still have the detention slip actually hanging on one of my walls in here.
That's great. Ryan, actually, after hearing this, Ryan should MC Sour Plums After Dark. He should be,
Yes.
yeah, and help us promote it since that's your line of work, right?
Yeah.
I could do that.
Yeah, we'll give you $7.50.
Oh boy, I'm moving up in the world.
All right, guys, that's great. That was great. That's a great story. All right, do we have any plum shout outs, guys?
I have one. My oldest niece Mia turned 16. What is today? 6 days ago. She got her permit. So stay off the roads, give her all the space she needs. But happy birthday, Mia, and congratulations.
Happy birthday, Mia.
I will
Happy
I will also give a happy birthday shout out to Deuce. His birthday was on Sunday, so happy 17th birthday to Deuce. And I will also shout out the duo that got Deuce out for the Assassin's game, Timmy Ruggiero and Anthony Jump. Timmy Ruggiero apparently is a fan of the show and would like to be on said show. So he smartly found out where my son was. He bribed somebody to tell him where he was, camped out at the house, parked his car down the street, and as Deuce got out of the car, he sprinted up the middle of the street while Shannon was bringing him a gun to protect himself, got back in the car and put the window down to talk shit. As he was talking shit, Timmy reached into the car, turned it off, and shot him. Because you can't do it in a running car. So he turned the car off and shot him, which is fucking
Wow.
genius.
That's
so well done,
brilliant.
Timmy Ruggiero.
Brilliant. Anyone else? Big K, you have a shout out?
No,
Not tonight? Okay.
thanks
You
though.
give a shout out.
Can we-
No,
Can we also
Shout out to Drew for getting engaged. Great job, bro.
I think we already did
That
that
was
one.
2
a couple weeks
episodes ago.
Everyone said it before me, and I'm not going to repeat the third one. Happy birthday, Mia. Happy birthday, cute. Like, I'm taking everyone's thing. Like everyone says it first, and I don't want to be the third person.
You're going first next episode, Big Get.
Okay.
Did you have something else, Mike?
Yeah, can we shout out the musical this past weekend?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we got a sponsorship in the what's that little book called? Program.
Playbill, the
The
program.
program, yeah.
Or as the old folks will say, program.
The program.
Yeah.
How old?
That's a Pat McAfee. The program.
Program.
I didn't get a chance to get out and watch it. That was away this weekend, but I heard it was awesome. Heard they did a good job. So good job.
Yeah,
Congrats
that's awesome.
everybody.
That's awesome. And I have one quick shout out. Found out today from Coach Pushka that Xavier was invited to the Roundball Classic Rising Stars Invitational for underclassmen. It's going to be in May, so it's going to be a bunch of players from all classifications in the WPIAL, City League, and then also District 10. It's an all-star week. They practice together, and then they put kids on individual rosters and they play against each other. So maybe 6A schools play a 5A school all-star team and things like that. So kind of a shock surprise to us today. We got that information today, and we're going to go do that. So shout out to Xavier for getting recognized in that way. I'm happy and I'm proud of him and the work he puts in. So
Good shit, X.
yeah,
Good shit.
Nice.
good
Nice
stuff.
job.
You're talking about Xavier Woods, the wrestler.
No, Xavier Bartow, my son.
Shout out to Big E also.
Oh
we're
my God,
talking about New
Ryan.
Day.
I
Ryan,
hope Big E recovers soon.
Ryan, I got to say this.
Get well soon, Big E.
Last shout out, I want Ryan. Ryan has a show coming up. I want him to give a shout out and promote it. But I got to say this, Ryan, before we do that, you have certainly earned yourself another episode or maybe a few. You've been a
thank you.
blast. So go ahead and tell us about what you got going on, Ryan.
So Linoleum Comedy, which is my company, as well as OneBurgh, we're collabing on our next show. It is April 25th at Archie's down on the south side. It's going to be probably going to sell out. Mike Wysocki, you've probably heard him a million times on the DV morning show. Myself and Brian Carruthers, who's the other writer for OneBurgh, as well as the CEO of OneBurgh. The three of us all going on, and it's 8 o'clock. Tickets are only $20, or if you buy 4, it's $70 for 4. It's as I said, probably going to sell out within the next week or so. So if people want to do that, I would jump on that soon.
Can
Hey,
we come and
where
heckle?
can they get them? Yeah. Oh, can we heckle?
Oh yeah, if you go to linoleumcomedy.com, it will actually take you right to our Facebook page, which has the link for the show right on it.
Awesome. And to answer Justin's question, can we come there and heckle?
Absolutely.
Yeah, just you.
Just remember
you.
though, we're going to have the microphone. So good luck.
I don't even realize how loud I am.
Yeah. Well, Ryan, thank you for sharing that. Check out Ryan McBride at linoleumcomedy.com.
Yep, linoleumcomedy.com.
Awesome. Thank you, Ryan. And thank you again for being here tonight. We appreciate you really like one-upping, maybe two-upping Jimmy. So great job.
I appreciate you guys having me. I had a blast.
All right. Thanks, Ryan. And thanks, guys. And thank you for listening to Sour Plums. Like this episode and subscribe to our channel on SoundCloud, Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts. Share if you care. We're out.
Deuces.
I'm so glad Mike's breathing gets muted in post-production.